I just want to just kind of explain to the people who aren't familiar, haven't gone through that process of how do you get a vehicle under your business? How do you qualify for it? And then what are like some of the advantage of doing it? Now, I know you have quite a bit of experience with that. We're going to go over some data points as well. But for someone who's like a new business owner, what are some of the reasons why like somebody would get a vehicle under their business?
Currently, I got six vehicles under my business, but only one shows up on my personal credit. So I got about $450,000 in cars, but on my personal credit, it only shows $55,000.
Wow.
So a lot of times, and since I'm a real estate agent, I've seen times where, people were looking to buy a home and then they went and jumped the gun and bought a car while they were looking for the home, and it disqualified them from buying the home, right? So if we're able to put the business vehicle in our business name and finance it in a way where it's not showing or reporting on our personal credit, then we avoid those situations from happening. So that's why, I tell everybody they need to have business credit. They need to have an LLC just in case they have situations where they need to leverage something.
Exactly.
They can put it on something that's not reporting directly on their personal, that'll take them out of the game of getting finance for a house or getting financing for something else because it's looking like their DTI is too high. So, and right now, Bank of America, you can get 4 auto loans per LLC.
4 auto loans, wow.
4 auto loans per LLC. So what I would recommend before you even apply, I would recommend putting, a good amount of money or some money in the bank to show that you got a relationship with them. First, because I do think they start to take that into account. If you got deposits with them, I'll start to build up a rapport with them, start to put my deposits in that bank. And then even with a new business with Bank of America, they'll give you 4 auto loans per LLC. You can actually apply for the loan as like a fleet.
Okay.
And they'll only give you 1 inquiry per LLC, and you get 4 auto loans. So I ended up getting like 3 of them, and they don't report on your person.
The relationship banking, right? That's something, you and I have had conversations about this. I talk a lot about this on the channel, where there's multiple different data points that are considered in a lending decision besides just what your numeric credit score is or even what your income. So let's talk about the relationship banking. So when you're looking to perhaps get some financing from a bank, is that one of the steps that you make sure that you've implemented before actually applying for different products?
Most definitely. I just always make a habit of, I just think it always looks better if you already have some money parked in the bank and they can look at it and see that you have some money that you're not touching. And I know this has helped me get approvals for certain things because it just looks better. Most of the time, a lot of times when people are getting things on credit, it's because they don't have a lot of cash. So if the institution that you're going to borrow from can see that you essentially already lent them money,
exactly,
then it makes it easier for them to give you an approval because they already have your money. You've been giving them your money, and if you can show a track record of you've been giving them your money for a period of time, then that, of course, is going to heighten your odds of getting a higher credit approval. In our culture, that's why we like what we're doing is we like shifting the culture and the mindset, shifting the paradigm on thinking about what credit is. Because people used to think if you're using credit, that means you're broke and you don't got no cash. But that's not the case. It's about building a relationship. You build a relationship with different financial institutions. Yes, I have the cash, and I can, if I wanted to spend $4,000 on these sweatsuits, I can just spend the cash or use my debit card. But that's not even getting me anywhere. Nobody is seeing that.
It's not documented.
It's not giving me any value, right? And I can do the same thing with my credit card I'm gonna pay it off in cash anyway, because I'm not going to pay interest on something that I should have paid cash for, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to spend the $4,000, but I'm gonna get an $80 return, and then I'm going to pay it off as soon as I get the bill. I'm gonna pay it off in full, and now that institution is going to look at me in a positive way and give me a positive remark, like, "Oh my goodness, he borrowed $4,000 and paid it right back." Like next time somebody borrows $4,000 from you and then pays it right back, versus somebody who borrows $4,000 and doesn't pay it back on time, or takes a slower time to pay it back, who's going to be in better favor? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just build a relationship. I'll borrow money just to pay it back.